everybody in the boat and I sell the photographs, and the boys bought me one, so it says, I hope there's photographic evidence of this. And the guy, he had to work on the Monday, but he got friends who want him run a record label to come and look after him, and he took me out for lunch on the beach and sardines and all. Photographs sent to my girlfriend, Terry's eating, because sometimes when I go away I do nothing but drink. And I had a really nice time, so I did.
Nice.
I was out in Amsterdam there recently with the Undertones. I'd done my alternative Belfast walking tour for these Dutch guys in a band who came over to see the Undertones play in Belfast, and they invited me out to do DJ out there, and then they found out the Undertones were doing the Paradiso Club, which is a very famous club. Everybody but the Beatles. They'll say every band's played there but the Beatles. It's an old church in Amsterdam, and I've heard about it. I had CDs that were recorded live there and stuff. So eventually got to see, and the Undertones were going, how did you get this gig? The Undertones are great. Yeah. Still going after 40 years.
Yeah.
They're great lads.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Not really talking a lot about punk this afternoon.
We're covering lots of stuff. Yeah. Well, I really appreciate it. I don't want to keep you.
No, yeah, but, you're fine.
But it's been great. Yeah.
It'd be a different story if it was on the drink.
Yeah. Why? I guess the one question's the last question, right? Is why do you think that Belfast punk became the way, like, it clicked and caught on in ways that other things weren't? I mean, you talked about rave later, right? Yeah. But it just seemed to click in Belfast in ways that the Belfast punk scene was so different, say, than Manchester.
Somebody who said if anywhere needed punk, it was Belfast. Punk was seen after a while was just a fashionable thing. Punks parading up and down the King's Road and all. But in Belfast it really meant something, so it did. As we say, New York had the haircuts, London had the trousers, but Belfast had the reason. And in the 80s I used to say Belfast is the last stronghold of punk in the UK, because, and like last night, I was at the gig, and all those kids look like, remind me of being 15, 16 years of age. But now they're turning up with their kids to the gigs. It's just really something that we loved. Unfortunately, a lot of the Good Vibrations bands didn't want to record songs about the Troubles because Stiff Little Fingers had done that, and a lot of songs were written by an English journalist, and Jake Burns, and that didn't go down too well, though, English journalist. So a lot of our bands didn't want to write about the Troubles, so they didn't. Is Paul Burgess at the university that your wife's at?
I know that name.
He was in the Roof Wrecks. He's Mr. Know-It-All.
I think he is actually there. So,
but they were from the Shankill Road. I liked the Roof Wrecks. So did. They got signed up to MCA Records. The first 7 bands on Good Vibrations all got record deals.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Of
some kind or other. Really on jamming records. Never wanted to leave Belfast. That was the difference. That's why probably I spent a lot more time with them, and we put out the album. And I remember one night putting a wee package together for a press release, and I had all these cuttings, and then put them together in a wee book, and we put it out as the outcap book. And it was better to send the scrapbook to people than just the press release. I haven't sold it to the shop. So I found one after my mum died, because I hadn't got one, because the history of the shop went up in the fire.
Yeah.
And then I found a lot of master tapes that I thought had gone up in the fire up on my ex's loft. My son opened the box one day. I was up looking for a record for somebody. My son says, "What are these?" And it's like winning the winning the lottery. It was just so. Some of the stuff is unreleased stuff has come out this year on Spit Records.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was one of the things that Brian was talking about with Rudy, is that he wished they had recorded so much more.
Yeah.
Right. So I imagine there's some great unreleased, but also just unrecorded stuff from that time.
Yeah. But yeah, if I had more money, we would have recorded. Well, technology's completely changed nowadays.
Yeah. Right.
We could have been recording live at the Heart Bar albums.
Posting online in a matter of minutes.
Although it did, Brian had said about, Brian's a huge fan of Johnny Thunders.
Oh, yeah.
And I was bringing Johnny Thunders, putting him on in Belfast, and then he cancelled, and then put him on again. A lot of people didn't turn up because they didn't think he'd turn up. And he was, Brian used to fly over to London at his gigs, and Johnny would be off his head and smack and do 3 numbers and collapse.
Yeah.
But he was off the smack, and we did it at Belfast, and it was taped at the mixing desk, and then it came out as a CD, so it did. Because the record company phoned me up and they said they'd bought over the stock of fresh records where I'd recorded as a joke, laugh at me, and which went to #1 in the alternative. And I can't sing a note. And they phoned me up and they said, we found a lot of boxes of records of Laugh at Me, which we didn't know we had, because because we bought all the stock when Jungle Records went down. We got all their stock, and when they folded, and they said, we were sitting in the pub last night saying this get some money for these, and I said, well, we'll give Terry Hooley the first opportunity to buy them. And I said, well, I have something that you might want. Yeah, but if you got the we'd want, I says, I'll send it to you. So I sent them the tape of Johnny Thunders live.
Wow.
In Belfast. Brian did the liner notes and it came out, and it's a really good CD. So it was, and Johnny goes, hey, do you all know that guy, that weird guy Terry? He's only got one eye from taking too many drugs. At the end, it kissed Johnny's feet. It was a really good gig.
When was that?
God,